Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Shining Force 3 Scenario 2, and this is my party setup for now. Alright, so we've got Papet's the Beast Tamer in this party, we've got Pinko in this party, mostly so that I have a healer, someone who can heal, like actually heal. We have Arthur, but that's kind of with the 2 healing items, because it's the healing rings that I've got are limited to heal 2, so I wanted something a little bit, you know, not what we had. So, yeah, this is it. We've got everyone up to 16. That's what we've got, except for Pinko, because we haven't done anything with Pinko. Pinko's really just gonna kind of stay in the back, and if she doesn't have a whole bunch of healing items on her at the moment, she's going to. Because that's really all I'm going to use her for is... Yep, she's just got a whole bunch of healing drops. Alright, one other thing that we did is we got some monsters. Now, anytime Papet's kills a monster in battle, and it has to be a monster, it can't be like an Aspia Knight or anything like that. But it can be a boss, so say the Queen Worm in the Heroes Test. Though, like, monsters can be recruited, regardless of their quality of monsterhood. However, there's a bit of a glitch that we encountered, and it's a known glitch. So you can see here that it looks like I have 3 wyverns. I don't have 3 wyverns. They're supposed to be hydras. So, yeah, and it's going to get even more entertaining when we get into combat. And my options were I could use this save file that I had that I didn't realize until after I'd gotten these 3 monsters under my control, or go back and redo the last fight of the Heroes Test, as well as all of the power leveling that I did while I was recruiting these monsters. So once we get into the fight, I'll talk a little bit more about that, because we've got a little bit of story here, because we have the exit ramp for the tank, the Juggernaut, and then we can see the Juggernaut as well as some of Garvin's Saraban troops heading toward Aspia. So the medium battalion will go to the front of the tank and distract Garvin. Agreed? Judging by how slowly it moves, we shouldn't have any trouble catching up to it. Let's split up now, we'll face this Juggernaut and get Garvin's attention while David's battalion gets inside. That's also why I kind of wanted a healer, because the boss of that fight is actually in David's group, not in Median's group. So we want to make sure we have, you know, the ability to survive. So having a healer is actually really, really beneficial. It's going to suck because later on we're going to have to fight that battalion, which having Hera in there makes it a little more difficult. So, yay. That's how things are going to work out for me. As we can see, we have a couple of troops in front of the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut is huge, and it's got cannons on side. Like, you can see, those are cannons. Those are supposed to be cannons. Like, that's kind of a neat design. My only problem is it's made of wood. Who makes a tank, especially a tank this large, out of wood? A fire spell would prove detrimental. Anyway, General, we're reaching Aspia. I see Aspia's wall now. It's thought to be impenetrable. We shall see. Now remember, Aspia was actually made at the same time as these ancient weapons, so it's the walls for Aspia are just as old as the Titan and the Juggernaut here. I expected the Syndebios army to show up and attempt to stop us, but there appears to be no resistance. It's no wonder any army would cower at the sight of the mighty Juggernaut. You say that. If I were in an opposing army, I would want no part of this tank. I don't know, maybe the wheels? We could take the wheels. Indeed, but considering the confidence they have in Aspia's outer wall, I wonder if they even are bothering to guard it. I'll show them their confidence is woefully misplaced. I'll completely destroy Aspia's wall. Once their defenses are down, victory will be mine. Way to channel your inner Stewie there, Garvin. Alright, so we show up in front of them because obviously it's a slow-moving tank, we can outrun it. So that we can distract them. Oh, did we surprise you, Garvin? There are more surprises to come. Prince Medan, you and your army have caused trouble for me one too many times. What a fool you are to come here. Meanwhile, while we're kind of, you know, getting Garvin to monologue, David and his group are going to sneak up behind. So, everyone has been defeated, then it's up to me. The Emperor was right about you, Garvin. I love the hopping ever so quietly, ever so slow, like, just slowly hop on, it's very subtle, just... Alright, so he gives us the signal that he's got on. Doesn't appear as if you will surrender or retreat. Never. How could you possibly stop me? We'll easily defeat your army and secure your capture. You plan to defeat my army... You plan to defeat my army, me, and the Juggernaut. You're welcome to try. Well, we're gonna do both. So... Because now I really think it's made of wood, guys. At least it looks like it's made of wood. You can depend on me to disable the tank burns, Median. David is inside and we'll have to endure until he can gain command of the tank. Alright, so just like the end of Scenario 1, we have 2 battles going concurrently in Scenario 2. One here inside the tank, one outside the tank. Damn Median, causing trouble for me again. Juggernaut Guard, be on high alert. As we see a whole bunch of guards on upper balcony sections. Order the forward battalion. Do not let the Median army near the Juggernaut. See, he knows better. He's like, I don't trust Median. Who's there? I'm David of the Median army. You have been boarded. I love how he says that with such confidence. Unfortunately for you, Garvin, we are here to stop you and take this tank. So Median was just a distraction. Guards! Attack these fools! Eliminate the Median army! So yes. Like I said, we get 2 concurrent fights running side by side. It's gonna switch from... Once everyone on one map has a turn, it switches to the other, goes from there. So this is our force here, and this is what we're going to be facing. We are going to be fighting these 4 enemies, except every time we kill one, that enemy will respawn. So the goal is actually just to make them come to us by... placing kind of a strategic retreat. We're just going to move basically our entire force back a rank. So they're actually going to be in the same position they were a moment ago, but... or same configuration they were a moment ago, but not the same position. So... let's see, you were in the rear, and Rock was the one who's up. Okay. Not that it matters if I get people in the exact same position, it actually really doesn't matter. And then Penko will be the last, and since she is level 1, she will be the last person for this entire map. So we now have that gives us a good baseline of who's doing what turn. Alright, so like I said, ran into a small glitch. And my options were either to power level farther and not use any enemies because I wasn't sure which ones were going to be an issue, or use the save file that I'd already had that encountered the glitch. The problem is once you get a monster recruit, you cannot get rid of them. There is no dismiss function. They have to die. And I'm going to post here in the video what happened with the glitch beforehand, because we were able to fix part of the glitch. So, here it is. All right, so that's what we saw, and that made it impossible to actually kill any of our monsters because it wouldn't actually do anything. Now I can kill them, and I could probably go back and redo something, but the monsters only show up in this fight. They don't show up in, like, the Heroes test with Papettes or anything, because they don't level up. So there's no way to kill them other than be in this fight. But the problem with them is we have Wolf Barons. They have the stats of Wyverns. They have the stats, the movement, the attack, the effects of Wyverns. But they're named as Wolf Barons. So it's still a little bit of a glitch. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep the Wyvern. I've opted to keep this save file as opposed to trying to level up anything higher and go from there. So, yeah, we're going to be stuck with Wolf Baron Wyverns is what's going to happen. Mostly because there's no reason not to. I had, like I said, I had originally acquired Hydras in the Heroes test, and Hydras are actually really, really useful. The only downside to, or the only thing about Hydras is their movement sucks. So we get better movement with the Wyverns, but we lose the Acid Breath for the defense down, because it procs quite often. And so I was kind of hoping to have that for Garvin, because as you can see, we actually get to fight Garvin. And that's one thing I have not actually shown off. Let's go ahead and show off all of the enemies in this fight, because I have not done that yet because I've been too busy talking about the glitch. So we have Minotaur. HP of 110, attack of 66, defense of 49, agility of 18, luck of 3, carrying a great axe. We're going to have several Bow Knights. HP of 57, attack of 59, defense of 40, agility of 21, luck of 3, carrying only great shells, so they only have a range of 2. They do not have the extended range that any of my ranged units in this group have. So that's going to be fun to deal with. I don't know why I guess it's because they know we're at a disadvantage in this team, so they're not throwing everything at us. Giga Breakers, HP of 170, attack of 66, defense of 56, agility of 20, luck of 4. And that is all of the new bad guys. We've got, but oh no, we do have one new bad guy. We've got a Sorcerer, HP of 65, MP of 45, movement of 5, attack of 50, defense of 40, agility of 28, luck of 6, blaze 3, and freeze 3. Freeze 3 is what we're actually going to be worried about. That's going to do the most damage. And then we have Garvin himself, who right now has 18 HP, movement of 6, attack of 13, defense of 8, agility of 18, luck of 9. That seems very, very awkward, doesn't it? Very not correct, because it's not. So, that's that force, and that's that glitch, and that problem. This group, we are fighting Pegasus Knights, HP of 60, attack of 60, or movement of 7, defense of 42, agility of 25, luck of 3, carrying steel lances. They will hurt my sword wielders. Like, they hurt. Giga Breakers, HP of 170, movement of 6, attack of 66, defense of 56, agility of 20, luck of 4, and then Bow Knights. The same Bow Knights. 57 HP, movement of 5, attack 59, defense 40, agility of 21, luck of 3. But these 4 will constantly respawn. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to keep waiting for them to come to us. So I'm just going to keep standing here. I'm going to turn everyone around. But we are just going to wait for the bad guys to come to us, because again, we're focusing on Garvin. That's the focus of this fight. Everything else is just kind of here. It's kind of a waste of time and space. It's nowhere near as dangerous as, say, the dual fight for Median, because we also were dealing with the Titan. But I want to say it's been a while since this has happened, since I've done this, but I want to say the tank will show up at some point. Which, yeah, because at one point the tank will show up and kind of start making a problem for us. So what I want to do is I want to cast support on everyone. That's going to help. I should also probably cast resist, because we've got an AoE, but I want to start dealing with the range. I want to take out the ranged units before it becomes an issue. And thankfully I have a fair number of ranged units. So I've got Walt and I've got Robbie, who can attack from here. So that's what's going to happen. And almost enough to kill a Bow Knight right off the bat, so... Oh, I can go up... I can go up over here. Really? That's some fantastic movement. Alright, well, we're gonna take out what we can right now. I'm not gonna hold back any punches if I can. What you draw for the fairy powder? Nothing. I don't think anything in this fight can cause status effects. Maybe Garvin. My army is being pushed back. The Median army is becoming more of a nuisance than expected. Call off your forces and surrender, Garvin. Me? Surrender? What's so funny? I couldn't help laughing. Do you really think I would surrender to you? Admire the Median army's courage, but it will prove to be your downfall. Downfall? Just how do you expect to accomplish that, Garvin? You've been outsmarted and your army has been beaten. Now you've made me angry. I'll show you what your downfall looks like. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And... Garvin transforms into a monster. A disturbing monster. What manner of beast are you? By my contract with Bulzome, I have obtained the strongest form of body and power. Now that you've seen it, I won't let you escape. Everyone, don't be intimidated. We will defeat Garvin and save Prince Median and the others. Alright, I am going to take out the Sorcerer. Because the Sorcerer needs to be stopped. He is a threat. Why did you not move? Okay. And now that we've engaged Garvin, the troops on the balconies are going to start jumping down and making their way toward us. So... Oh, damn it. That's not good. Arthur's dead. Between this and a level 3 spell, he's dead. So... Oh, nope, I can get to him, and another fun thing about the Wyverns, they come equipped with healing drops. I don't think they're supposed to if you recruit them normally, but these do, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Like I said, I have to kind of take advantage of some of these, this weird glitch, so... I'm not doing Acid Breath to lower the defense, but I am able to do a little bit of damage. Let's deal with the Minotaur. The only problem is now I've got my Wyverns right next to that ranged unit, so that's gonna suck. Alright, so we're back at this fight, which I'm just gonna skip through, because again... So, the tank will start showing up soon, and when it does, it's going to start knocking down trees. As you see, you have certain rows of trees. Once it gets to the last row, you have one more turn in order to defeat the tank. So just keep that in mind, that no matter where you place on the map, that it will be able to reach you. And what the hell are you doing? You're going way out of your way to go attack Median. Sure, okay. Well, I mean, if that's what you... how you want to keep playing it, that's fine. Let's go ahead and go all out on the Pegasus Knight. He wants to play. We're going to let him play. Well, that did nothing for him. But he will come back the beginning of the next turn or beginning of the next section of this fight. So, and really, you're just making a break for it? I'm going to actually move Penco just a little bit farther. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, now that we are back inside the tank, which is the real fight. So, I'll end it here, and I will see you all in the next installment, where we will hopefully defeat Carven. So, till then, later everyone.